Good evening students, this is Kavya. In our previous class we discussed about resistance welding process. In today's class we will see induction heating and what is the principle of induction heating, and then we will see the merits of induction heating and finally applications. So we'll see what is an induction heating. Induction heating is the simplest and most widely used method for converting electrical energy into heat. Consists of passing electric current through a high resistive material. So we will just convert this electrical energy into a heat. So induction heating is a process of heating electrically conducting object. Usually it is a metal by electromagnetic induction through heat generated in the object by eddy currents. So there are various types of heatings are available, and they are of like this: a very high frequency radiation heating, bombardment heating, dielectric heating and induction heating. Now we will see one by one in a very short way. So first one is very high frequency radiation heating. So in this method, if we want to heat an object, we will just incidence a very high frequency waves onto that particular object, and it is similar to the infrared heating. It uses a frequency of up to 3000 megahertz, and it can be used in heat therapy and even for quick cooking of foods. And next one is bombardment heating. So bombardment means direct a stream of high speed particles. So in this, heat is produced by means of bombarding an object with high speed electrons. This heating technique is not found in many commercial applications. And next, third one is dielectric heating. So it is our next topic. I'll explain this in next video. Now I'll just explain in a very short way. This heating method is popularly used in the industry. If a dielectric metal is placed in an alternate in electrostatic field, there are dielectric losses. So you may get the doubt, what do you mean by a dielectric material? So I'll tell you, a dielectric material is a substance that is a pure conductor of electricity but an efficient supporter of electrostatic fields. In practice, most dielectric materials are solids. Example like mica, glass, plastics and porcelain. Porcelain means nothing but ceramic. And the last one is induction heating. So this, as I said here, this heating utilizes the eddy current losses that are produced in the transformer. This heating is used in forging. Forging means it is a manufacturing process involving the shaping of metals using localized compressive forces. So these are the various types of heatings available. So now we will see the principle of induction heating. So here we are having a AC voltage, work coil, flux and workpiece. So workpiece means the material which is to be used to which is to be heated is known as a workpiece. The material which is to be heated is known as a workpiece. And the work coil means the coil wound around this material is known as a work coil. So what happens here is, if I apply this AC voltage, magnetization occurs. So due to this magnetization, currents will be produced. That currents are eddy currents. So because of that eddy currents, heat will be generated in this workpiece. So practically we can define like the AC magnetic field produced by current I in the work coil passes through the metal object. A voltage is induced when the flux passes through the closed metal path. The basic setup will be like this, and the resulting AC eddy currents flows in this conductor. Thus, every closed path at right angles to the flux acts as a short-circuited secondary with a definite resistance and inductance. This results in production of heat in the metal object. Eddy current produces through the induction. So, like as I said now, at the same time, heat is also produced because of hysteresis, but it is so small. And it is the top view of this, like this. So as I said, when we apply the AC supply, then the current flows through like this, and eddy currents will be generated in this metal. Due to that eddy currents, heat will be generated. So it is the induction flow in workpiece. If the frequency is high, then the eddy current will be greater. So this phenomenon is known as a skin effect. Next we will see the merits of this induction heating. So we are having some merits, we'll see now. The heat is concentrated near the surface of the work instead of distributed through the work, and hence it is very useful in applications like surface hardening of steel. So to hardening of a surface of the steel, we are using this induction heating. And next one is, it is possible to achieve very high heating rates of the order of 5 kilowatts square per centimeter of the work surface. And next one is, it is possible to have rigid control over the surface to be heated. And next one is, with the help of electronic timers, it is possible to control the heat. And next one is, unskilled laborers can operate this easily. Because it is easy to operate, anyone can operate it easily. And the last one is, the place of work remains neat and working conditions are pleasant because it is not messy. And it is also having one drawback, that is its cost. It is having a very high cost. And now we will see the applications of induction heating. So we are having 4 types. They are like surface hardening of steel, as I said in merits, and annealing of brass and bronze items, and brazing and miscellaneous applications. We'll see one by one. So before this surface hardening of steel, we are using another method, that is case hardening. But in this method we are having some drawbacks. So to avoid that, we are using induction heating. For surface hardening of the steel. And next one is annealing of brass and bronze item. So annealing means heating and allowing it to cool slowly in order to remove the internal stress and toughen it. So by means of rolling, punching and spinning, brass and bronze becomes harder and brittle. Brittle means it is hard but liable to break easily. In the furnace at a temperature of about 600 degrees centigrade for about 1 hour, and this process of annealing results the surface scaly. Annealing through induction heating takes a very short time, about 1 minute for rods of diameter about 1 inch. And next one is, we are having it is brazing. So brazing is a metal joining process in which 2 or more metal items are joined together by melting flowing a filler metal into the joint. But here the filler metal having a lower melting point than the adjoining metal. So this is the high temperature soldering using silver, copper or alloy of these metals as the solder. So that is about brazing. And last one is miscellaneous applications. So if it finds other applications like welding, drying paints on metals and bonding clutch facings and powdered metals, sterilizing surgical instruments, etc. So we are having many wide applications in industries, like in chemical industries or in fertilizer industries or in metal industries or in plastic industries. So we are having very wide applications in all these industries. This is about the induction heating. Thank you.